besties, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyan and this is Kyan is Booked, and today we are introducing a new reading vlog. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be episode 3 of I'm reading Rina Kent's Backlist in publication order. Working title, not necessarily the title that will probably end up on the thumbnails and end up on YouTube, but it may, who knows, I'm crazy like that. So today I'm going to be talking about, oh no, which one is this? All the Lies. So this is the Lies and Truths Duet. There's like a small novella that I might read tonight. I did like reading the one before Jonathan's book, so who knows? So this is a two-parter, if you will, a duet, as I just said. And I'm just going to go ahead and read the little synopsis so we can get this bad boy started. When lies become truths. My name is Raina Ellis. Popular, beautiful, untouchable. Problem is, I remember none of it. His name is Asher Carson. Gorgeous, silent, dark. Oh, and my future husband. He has 3 rules for me. I'll bow, I'll break, I'll pay for what I've done. Problem is, I don't remember what I've done. But I have a clue. There was a fire, a dead girl, and I was there. So this says, All the Lies is a dark, new adult book that contains dubious situations some readers might find offensive and or triggering. If you're looking for a hero, you won't find him in Asher Carson. Please don't read if any of that bothers you. All the Lies is part of a duet and is not a standalone. Okay, so new adult, Raina and Asher. I don't know if I know them, to be honest with you. I'm hoping maybe like if it ties back to what I just read, there'll be like a hint somewhere. That is one thing, is just like the web of Rina Kent and who ties to who and who owes this person a favor and blah, 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 blah. So you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm really excited to get started. Here is, you're going to see my ring light, but actually no, you won't. Here's the cover. What's up? So on the book it says When Lies Become Truths, and then dedication is to those who never give up. I like that dedication. And yeah, so, oh, there's the blurb. I didn't even have to, whatever. I just had to click one more page. Oh, that's weird. Okay. I'm only making that face because I just turned to the first page and you'll notice up there it says R, and I know our main character's name is Raina. So I wonder why. All right. So there you have it. A kind of convoluted, super long introduction to the next round of Rina Kent vlogs. I'm actually really excited. I'm feeling a lot of momentum for this one, which means I'm gonna drop out of this mood and feel like reading something else, because that's what it's like to be a mood reader. But anyways, friends, I'll catch you in the next clip, which will probably be, if I had to guess, tomorrow. We'll try and make some traction on All the Lies. So yeah, catch you in the next clip. Okay, so we're here to update on All the Lies by Rina Kent. I'm only 13% in. I thought I was further for whatever reason. So I didn't want to get like too far into it without coming to you and telling you that I'm super confused right now. So in the beginning, there was a chapter from G's perspective, like literally just the letter G. And then there was a chapter from R's perspective, like just the letter R. And then now I've got this chick and her name is Rina, R-E-I-N-A. Interesting. Is G the guy? I don't know. So this one is, and I, like, obviously I've already read the synopsis, but
I'm making a little prediction, and I want to get this on film before like I read it and I come back and be like, oh well, I predicted. No, I'm like kind of like, if I'm putting this together, I think it's a twin situation, but people only know about the one sister. Because like I'm reading it from one sister's perspective, and she's seeing the guy drag her sister into the burning house that she's been rescued from, and then like I'm reading it from Rina's perspective, and she has no clue what's going on. She's not sure how she made it there. She doesn't know why he's so angry. Like there's so much confusion around it, and as a reader now, like I have like, I don't want to call her like an unreliable narrator, but like she's not even really sure what's going on. So like as the reader, you're like equally as confused. So I'm literally just like laying here on the couch, like no clue what's going on. Now, is that intentional? Like obviously. So I am understanding the fact that I'm gonna get answers, but I wanted to come on and I wanted to update and I wanted to say, I don't really know what's going on right now. And I'm still having a good time. So we're going to get back to it, and I'll see you when I see you. So last time you saw me, I was reading All the Lies, and I was super confused because our point of view in the first book was only from Raina's point of view. And she was really confused because like she has amnesia at this point in the story, right? So I made the prediction that there might, their sibling, there might be like a twin situation going on. And the end of All the Lies and the beginning of, All the Truths, which is the one I'm currently on right now, which is book 2 in the Duet. The beginning, like that situation right there, there's so much going on. And yeah, I know the answer to the prediction that I made. I don't want to say anything though, at least I hope I don't, but if I do end up like accidentally spoiling it, I'll let you know. But anyways, so Asher's been angry at her this entire time because she's not acting the way that she normally acts, and he's like, stop doing that, like you know who you are. Like he calls her ugly monster. I never want a man who I'm engaged to ever call me ugly monster. Like, is this a joke? Anyways, he calls her ugly monster, and he treats her like basically downright horribly. But the more that she meets people, the more that she has conversations with them, the more she realizes that like she's actually the villain in the story, and that she's not a good person, and she didn't treat people the way that she should have been treating people, and the things that he's doing, it makes sense, right? Then enters the conversation about Ariana's death. And Ariana is his sister. And she killed herself when she was 17. Yes, she killed herself when she was 17. And Ariana was best friends with Rina. And they did everything together. Asher was supportive of the relationship, supportive of everything. And then like it just all kind of started to change like in their senior, like in high school. Like that's when Asher and her, things got like really hostile between the two of them. Like to the point that like she used to, like she pulls pranks on people. And they're like really vicious pranks too. Like tying people up on a pole, like on the top of a building, and having them like suspended in the air, like over the ledge. I would have lost my mind. I'm terrified of heights. So it's been interesting to kind of watch like her try to, change her image, I think is the best way to say it, is it? Because she's been working really hard so far in the series to like change how people view her, and change everything that's like she's done beforehand. She's like, I don't want to be the old Rina. I don't want to be that person. I don't want people to hate me. I don't want this reputation. I don't want to be put on a pedestal, basically, is how she feels about it. So she's been working like really hard to change her image, right? And Asher's just like super confused. And we don't get his point of view until the second book. So I've finally started seeing scenes and seeing moments from his point of view. But we only get her point of view in the book. And then whoever G is. And I can't tell if Asher's G or if we've got another player in the game, because Asher wants her dead because he blames her for the death of his sister. Which is complicated because he's obsessed with her. He's falling for her. It's so funny, like, to me at least, like, I find it funny because he just is like, oh my gosh, like, I hate you, blah, blah, but he's like, can't stay away from her, obsessed with her, wants to be with her. It's like, it's just such a weird dynamic. Interesting, but it's like, okay, but if you hate her this much and that's all you talk about and that's all you say about her, but then you're like kissing her and like saving her from whoever's stalking her, or you're stalking her, and you're doing all these things and like almost being the villain disguised as the hero for her and the safe space for her, but you can't stand her. Like, it's a weird dynamic. So then we finally get in his head when I moved into all the truths, and he's battling really, really hard. Like, before everything blew up with Ariana's death, he was obsessed with her, and she always pushed really hard against the engagement. So like she was still out like hanging out with other guys and like all this kind of stuff, and like he used to like beat the crap out of him. Like he's like, oh, like you slept with my future wife, like it's your fault. So he was like kind of out of control in that sense of things, because like he was obsessed with her. Everything blows up around Ariana's death, and like we hear from it, like we read from his point of view, and he's like beginning to get to that stage of like obsession again with her. And there's just like, I really like this duet. I really do. Like, I wanted in the first book, like I wanted the opportunity to see things from his point of view, because I was just like, I felt like I was just confused the entire time. Now, I really, honest to goodness, think that's Rina's intention. Like, I don't think that I'm not supposed to be confused, right? So I think that that's what she wants me to feel. So great job. I'm definitely feeling confused. But now, like, more and more of the pieces are starting to get put together. I just wish I had more of the picture, because I feel like something's about to go down and I don't quite understand what's going to happen. But like I said, like, yeah, I like to like guess, but it's kind of also nice to not know what's about to happen. So, I'm about, yeah, they have slept together too at this point, and like she's kissing him and is obsessed with kissing him, and it's like really weird for him because like she's never kissed him back before, right? But we understand why she's been acting the way she's been acting in this relationship, because of who she is. I'm 47% in, and we've already learned so much about her past, like so much about her past. And we are to the point, like, also too, by the way, Asher's dad, Alexander's trash. He's also Raina's guardian. And the crazy thing is like, everything that Raina's discovered, like, he already knew. And my thing is like, unless the doctor explicitly told you, due to her amnesia, not to tell her something, like, why are y'all keeping secrets from her? Like, she's going through it, and you're doing nothing to help her as she goes through it, right? So that's where I am. I wanted to mention this. So Asher is actually Aiden's friend. So Aiden from Royal Elite, they went to school together for a period of time, and so like they're friends. So like there's a mention of Aiden in the series, and I was just like, oh. So like there is that relationship. And then I also know, because I read the notes at the end of All the Lies, that Asher and Raina's son is a hero and god of malice. So that makes me excited. I'm very interested to see not what type of child they create. Like, that sounds weird, but I'm interested to see like whose personality he will take more of, which is why I'm reading everything in order, and I haven't read any of the Gods of book, but like I'm just so excited. So it'll be him as the hero and god of malice, so pretty excited about that. Now, I'm waiting on food to get here. Hopefully it's soon, because I am like actually hungry. I haven't been hungry recently because of like, you know, getting sick again. But yes, so that's the update. I will have you know that like I don't hate Rina, but she's not my favorite right now. But also, too, it's like really rude of me to hold a grudge against her because she literally has amnesia. So I'm working on that. Asher, I feel bad for because he's like, I'm supposed to hate her. He's like, but I don't. But, you know, I think she did this to my sister. And like, so he's dealing with all of those. So like, I'm really anticipating what's going to happen when everything's revealed. So stay tuned. I'll be back. I'm probably not going to update until I finish. But I'm hoping to finish it tonight because I would like to start. I don't even know what I start next, but I would like to start whatever's next. Okay. See you in a little bit. So I finished All the Truths, and guys, like, I always have been like super open about how I feel about duets. Like I don't hate them, but like sometimes I wish we could just like have one book. But I understand why like the decision's made to kind of split the two, right? And I definitely understand it in this one because of everything that still had to happen for Asher and for Rina to end up together, right? So I'm not going to spoil it. It's going to be very hard for me because like I don't want to tell you the twist. So I'm going to speak like in broad terms because I'm trying really hard to convince you to read the book without like telling you what happens, right? So we'll see how well I do with it. Also, I'm filming during the day, which is, I don't usually do that because I have two giant skylights right here. And so anytime a cloud comes and covers, like it gets dark in here. And then anytime it moves, it gets super bright. And it's really just making me mad. Anyways, but I wanted to go ahead and get this done so I could like start editing the vlog, obviously. And then I want to start on the next duet. So, all right. So we end with, what do you call it, Asher, like Rina finding out Asher is really just after her for revenge because of the whole situation with his sister, right? And Asher blames Rina for Ariana's death. Well, guys, we find out that really, I don't want to say it wasn't Rina's fault, but we found out a lot about his sister, and it really shook his foundation because he gave up so much for her, and then to find out the type of person that she was close to the end was also like really difficult for him. So I'm not gonna say like it wasn't their fault, but like they didn't have the entire picture, and then they do end up getting the entire picture, and the villain ends up like, I'm kind of bummed that I didn't like pick this particular person out because it was so obvious when like it was like when it all came to, I was like, of course, like I should have seen it. But the crazy thing is that wasn't even like the biggest twist. So like finding out about why Ariana committed suicide and everything that led up to it and like the manipulations of certain situations, et cetera, that was wild. But then the detective that's been like running Rina down this entire series comes back and is like, listen, like I have a court order, like I have an arrest warrant for you. And she doesn't argue, she doesn't fight, like she tells Asher like, just come get me, right? Too bad she's walking right into the hands of her enemy. The enemy that we know has been after her for a very long time, right? So then that comes up with the situation of like somebody having to come and save her and Asher trying to be there and all of this stuff like happening at the end, right? And then like as he knows that she's been taken, he like, you know, comes to the hero's resolution of like, all of this stuff doesn't matter, and like I love her, and like that's what matters, and I should have told her, and like when I get her back, all this kind of stuff. And like this man's already killed for her and tortured people for her, so he's like, I'm going to the mat for this woman, okay? And the person who helps him to go get Rina like questions how far he's willing to go for her, and I quote, I tortured a man nearly to death for her. If you think I would have second thoughts about shooting any motherfucker who hurts her, you don't know who you're dealing with. Anyway, I really like can't say enough nice things. Like I said, like I'm not the biggest fan of duets, but like Rina Kent just has a really great way of tying everything up in the end to where it makes sense that like it is split into two like smaller books versus like one 500-page book. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, it being 2 books, I'm like, okay, I'm done with this one, like let me get into the other one. Like the 500 plus page books, I'm always like, so really having the duets and the trilogies is like easier for me from like a mindset perspective, even though I'm like, oh, why are there 3 books for this? That's just the type of reader I am though. So, oh my gosh, I don't want to cough. I'm still coughing. Final thoughts. Asher and Raina's son is going to be the hero in God of Malice. Very excited for that. Like, I'm so excited. I couldn't remember, and I don't know if I said in the last clip if it was a son or a daughter, but I'm so excited that I wonder if he's like a miniature version of Asher, if he ends up being like Raina, or if he's like the perfect blend between the two. So I'm like super excited to God of Malice now. And then I really did enjoy this. Like, I was so confused in the first half of this, and like I wasn't like lying to y'all. Like, I had no clue what was going on. I didn't know who G was or whatever. Like, there was so much going on, and I was so confused about like the whole situation. So like when I got to the second book, it was actually really nice because like I started getting answers, and like Raina started, because like, you know, we saw so much from her perspective, which is why the first book is only a 4-star for me, because like I wanted a couple point of views from Asher, because like all we got is like her understanding of like how he felt about things, which was not at all how he felt about things, obviously. So I really did love this duet. Is it my favorite duet that I've read so far? No. I think Jonathan, there's just something about Jonathan King. Like, I didn't want to be obsessed with him, but I am. However, I really loved Asher and Raina. Like, what's really nice about like reading the backlist and like going back and stuff like that is like, I don't really have to pick favorites. Can I just like them all? That's how I feel about it. So yes, that is the end of the Lies and Truths duet reading vlog. I'll be moving on to the next one in this publication order. So if you're interested in continuing along my Rina Kent backlist journey, I'll see you in the next one. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you've read Raina and Asher, how did you feel about them? What were your hangups or your quirks about this duet? Let me know in the comment section. And I hope everyone is having a great day, no matter where you are in the world. And I will, as always, catch ya in the next video. Bye.